Okay. Okay. TPL Ramadan Cup Grand Finale. Al-Mullah versus Red and Black. Welcome on behalf of the Blackstone Committee, Team Al-Mullah and Red and Black. Al-Mullah captain Raith Reji and Nimish Latif. Okay. And two umpires like Asif and Jainu. Okay. We can start the toss. Okay. Umpire. Okay, Al-Mullah won the toss. And what do you decide? We'll bowl first. Okay, Al-Mullah is going to bowl. Okay, we can start. Wait. എല്ലാരും വിളിക്കുന്നു players.
It's a strong lineup, as usual, that we always see for the Al-Mulla Exchange. Very familiar faces that they have in that lineup. With Arun Anderson, Clinto, Jackson Wilson, Mohammad Faris, Nirmal Singh, Prasant, Jayaprakash, Rajesh Krishna Gutti, Rajit Reji, the captain Shabin Chine, Suman Raj, and Vishal Kumar Rana. The field is set up beautifully there. And in moments from now, we should get going. The bowler is ready. So is everyone. The first ball. It is a good one. Is there an outside edge? Looks like there is. And that is going to be the first wicket. It was Anil Kumar. The man. But unfortunately, that was the wicket that went by. Oh my goodness, the first wicket for the red and black to lose, not the way they would have wanted to go about the business. It was a very good delivery first up from Rajit Reji, the bowler, the captain of the Al-Mulla Exchange. And first Abi started with a big wicket. In walks another captain, Nimesh Latif for the red and black. Not the time or the situation he would have wanted to be in, because the very first delivery, there was a wicket, and then he comes in the number 3 position. Plays it on the onside. There's a fielder back there, so straight away he's off the mark, Nimesh Latif. So definitely in terms of the Al-Mulla Exchange, this is what's important. Pick up wickets, because they won the toss. They wanted to bowl first. So definitely they are going for the wickets. You see the field set up aggressive there. Again, he's bowling full. He's not giving any chances to the batter. And it's not the very smooth surface. The reason is because you'll have, the cactus plants around in some areas. So that's where, if you would have seen even the fielder when he went to collect the ball, I think he got his hand into the bunch of cactus flowers up in the air. This is safe though. One bounce. The fielder cannot. We stopped that. Clinto, wonderfully done. He had his eyes on the ball and he made sure that he puts it inside the boundary line. And also there was the other backup that was there. Very good field effort, honestly, on that. So they'll have a check. Of course, that's been the contention. They're asking for a boundary. The red and black, they feel it was one, but Clinto Anto claiming that it was pulled back well inside in time. They went for the second. The call is for 2, but should just be a 1. And you'll have that, when you have these things, every run is crucial, and that's why they were fighting for that boundary, because 2 additional runs, you never know, could make any difference, between winning and losing. But in here, Rajit Reji, mind you, is been bowling really, really well. With that, I think we come towards the end of that first over. It's 5 for the loss of a wicket. So that's it. The first over was done. 5 runs from it and a big wicket as well. And in comes another over, which is Arun Anderson coming into the attack. Another fierce bowler. So probably him and Reggie will be bowling in tandems. As a quick look at the field setup, all is well. Nimish on strike. Tries to go with a big one. I think there was some change of pace from Arun Anderson. Probably he rolled his fingers over the ball. Didn't quite anticipate with that, the pace with which the ball would come towards him. Nimish went early with a shot. He goes up in the air, on the offside, the fielder underneath it. And that is going to be towards the boundary region. So the boundary comes in for the red and black. This is what they would have wanted. This is what they need. It's a 15 over match, mind you guys. So definitely 15 overs. The first 5 or 6 is where you would like to get going, because they will set the tempo for the balance. Between over number 6 to over number 10, you're just building the innings or stabilizing the innings, and the power hitting happens in the first 5 and the last 5, or probably the last 4 as well. So these first 5 or 6 overs, they have to go big. That's a good one coming in with the angle. Walks around the onside. So just be a single and it will be. So with that, Saif is now going to be the man. And that's the wide. On the off. So 11 runs on the board, 2 more deliveries to go by in the over. Nothing quite has happened because the Arun Anderson has been bowling really well. There was a wide, a boundary came in, in the start of the over. But after that, he's pulled back things really well, and with it, 2 overs are done. He bowled that over really quick. 13 for the loss of a wicket is the score for red and black. You see that's up in the air, straight towards the fielder. So Rajit Reji to continue over number 3. That was pretty much a wide signal down the leg side. The left hand right hand combination out there in the center will also make the bowler to think a bit, because it's not easy adjusting every time. Full toss, easy pickings, that in the hands. Is it a no ball? Yes, that's been given as a no ball, though waist height it was. So not quite to celebrate. And to make it worse, it's going to be, as a free hit. Again, there's a contention whether it was waist height or no. And that has been sent for a review. So we'll have the zoom in angle from Ben Creations. That's a speciality Ben has. And we will see with the third official there whether it is, a no ball or no, because Al-Mullah Exchange feel it isn't, but the square leg umpire feels otherwise. So this is really going to be a challenge now, and it's going to be an important wicket because it was taken cleanly in the deep. I think Clint Oanto was the fielder who took that catch. So they have reviewed this, and the umpire is going to make his mark. Now to give the decision, I think that's been okay. So yeah, it is a no ball definitely. So no ball will stay. And with that, it is going to be a free hit license for Nimesh Latif to go big. It's a dead ball. I feel like it is one. So the free hit will continue. Good that the bowler went to collect himself, otherwise could have been another no ball. Full toss again. That's one bounce towards the fence. So making good use of 2 back-to-back full toss deliveries from Rajit Reji. And that's what happens, when you try to bowl full, you give it the low full tosses away. The previous occasion was a waist high. This time it was easy pickings for Nimesh Latif to whack that away for a boundary. So things are starting to pick up for the red and black. The runs are coming in. All of a sudden now we're into the third over and the score has moved up to 21 for the loss of a wicket. We have 4 more deliveries left to get done with this over number 3. But the confidence is visible now. They feel the confidence. Red and black after losing the first wicket on the very first delivery of the over. Of the match, honestly. And very smart. This is what Nimesh is careful. He got a boundary. He knows there's been runs in the previous over. This over, they are targeting a certain amount of runs. And it was a good delivery. So giving the respect back to the bowler and nudging it on the offside for just a single. Shuffles across here, Saif, and he works out in the gap. That's one bounce towards the fence. It looked like, yes, that's been runs in this particular over. Rajit Reji was very economical in the first over, but doesn't quite seem like in this one because he's given away 2 boundaries, certain extras in terms of wides, and now that Very well done by CSIF. He shuffled across and Rajat Reggie following him. But then the uppercut comes in and he gets a wonderful boundary. So the runs are picking up. It's 26 on the board. There's 2 more deliveries left to end that over number 3. There's been tensions now in the center. You know, when your captain has been hammered, it also affects the team. Because he's the chief and commander. Slaps it on the call is for 2, but they'll only get 1. Oh, the misfield costing the second chance at the keeper's end. He makes it, Sayef. It was his call. And he does it really, really well. Wonderful thinking, you know, the awareness. They did not run too much on the first one. They had the opportunity available for the second. You know, and that is what you steal those runs and further breaking the confidence of the Al Mullah action. But again, they are thick-skinned. They will not take these things, you know, over them. And they'll definitely want to come back. And they will come back. You will see them. They're coming back in the next couple of overs. That's a full toss again. Low full toss. Has been taken. Looks like, yes, it has been. So couldn't quite clear, you know, the boundary region. And he's not quite happy with that. Sayef. So Rajat Reggie finally has, you know, something to celebrate. End of that last delivery. It went for a wicket and the safest pair of hands that you'll see. It's Clinto Anto in the deep who takes that catch, judging himself, you know, very well that he was inside the boundary line. And with that, 28 is the score for the loss of 2 wickets at the end of those 3 overs. So 3 overs done, 28 for the loss of 2 is the score. And in walks Naveen Raj, who comes to the crease. Still we'll have the left hand, right hand combination that's to be continued. And Nirmal Singh has now been given the ball in hand. Well, that's on the off, and we'll just take that easy single. You know, even for Nirmal Singh, the strategy is going to be the same. Don't quite give away that length or the line even for the batters. You know, usually in tennis, ball cricket, you'll see the batter shuffling a lot. Mostly the people are very strong on their own side. So they shuffle across, try to create the extra angle that they have, you know, the opportunity, and then whack it away across the line. Naveen Raj is also a very good, batter. The former player also, I would say, of the Al Mullah Exchange. He's one of them. He used to play alongside the Al Mullah Exchange, but now he's been red and black. Change of ends, change of teams, I would say, not change of ends. Just that single. So Nimesh Latif also, one point of time was playing for the Al Mullah Exchange in some format of the game. There is not the regular face, but certainly, yes, part of their broad setup of players been introduced under the team. So both are very good all-rounders, Naveen Raj and Nimesh Latif, also the players of the Kuwait national cricket team. And they have a lot of hope on these two batters. And so also the teams right now, red and black. As the captain Nimesh is there, he will definitely guide his colleague. That switch that comes in, that's a good one. This is why he's so dangerous, Naveen Raj. One bounce towards the fence. He didn't show any signs that he would go for that switch hit. And he really went well. Not just went well, but he connected well. So the boundary that they were searching for comes in, and with that, there's one more delivery to go. 7 runs so far in the over. It's a good one, good follow up to end the over. Just 7 runs from mid-innings, part of that boundary. 4 overs done, 35 for the loss of 2. So there we are. The Al Mullah Exchange. This time it comes in. Suman Raj and starts off giving away that wide. The very first delivery of the over. A dangerous man, this Suman Raj. I'm a fan of his batting. Comes, late. Oh, that's a no ball. That's not good. You cannot expect to bowl, those no balls if you are a medium pace bowler, and he's given one, which means that Naveen Raj will definitely have the opportunity in going big with that shot. Watch out for that switch also to come in, because Suman Raj is bowling medium pace. The field can change as the strike has been rotated. That's been a good setup. Easy pickings for any batter of the caliber of Naveen Raj. You are bowling back off length. He's standing tall, Naveen Raj, and he whacked that easily away for a maximum. So the runs are now coming for the red and black. Every over they managed to get a boundary or a 6, but this over they have to get more. They got only 7 runs in the previous over. Pressure on Suman Raj. First a wide, then a no ball. Plays it on the onside. Quick single. There was a call of Nimish to go for that single, though the fielder was really close. Had he cut that ball within time, he would have had an easy shot at the stumps. Just a single. Again, the idea is to go for those big hits. Now they will have to target one bowler, and probably it might be Suman Raj. They'll have to see if they can attack Suman Raj. This time it's better. Well done by Suman Raj himself. Just a single that will be. So he somehow come back well after conceding, that boundary and a 6. Not a boundary, beg your pardon. He conceded a 6. So after that, it's only been singles at the moment, and he has 2 more deliveries to negotiate to end that over number 5. And then we're down to the 10 over match, 10 over. In a situation where the first 5 will be to stabilize the inning, and the next 5 will be where the batters are going to go crazy. So that's it. 5 overs have been done. It's 47 for the loss of 2. So 47 for the loss of 2 it is. End of those 5 overs. And that's a play and a miss again. 2 good deliveries. Nirmal Singh to continue. 1 run from Naveen Raj to go to the other end, but then Nimish is the man now. Somehow Nimish has not been getting those runs off late in the last 6 or 7 deliveries. His strike rate has dipped now. He's 20 of 17. Goes on the offside. As I said, there's Clinto Anto once again in the action. He's the safest pair of hands anywhere you place him. He was headlong off, and Nimish, chooses none other than Clinto Anto. And with that, another wicket. It's the captain Nimish to walk back. Nirmal Singh gets the breakthrough, and the red and black have lost their wicket number 3. They're 48 runs though on the board, and a really, really important phase of the game for red and black, and losing their captain is not going to be something they would have wanted. And in comes the MULLA exchange. They will regroup. They want to get wickets now. The next big fish for them is Naveen Raj. So there we have 48 for the loss of 3. And in comes Shiraz Khan. In a long time I haven't seen Shiraz Khan in many of the tournaments. And it's a good time now for him to come in. So again, nothing to worry for the red and black. They have Shiraz Khan, another talented all-rounder. Was part of the squad. As goes there, just the single. So 6 overs have been done. It's 51 for the loss of those 3 wickets. So there it is. That's gone. Another wicket straight in the hands of Clinto Anto. This is the man. The very first delivery here. Start of a new over. Suman Raj was the man. And there comes the wicket. Really, I will tell you that the red and black now are losing wickets. And it is the big man. The big man, Naveen Raj, who walks back. So 52 for the loss of 4. Another wicket there that went by for Naveen Raj. It was straight out there for him and was easily taken by Clinto Anto. He's a man really good at the long off region. And in walks Manjula Prasanna. Again, you see stars coming in one after the other for the red and black. But now the situation for them is that there are 2 new batters on the crease, and this is the right time for the Al-Mullah Exchange to come in hard against them. He walks it on the onside. There's a fielder who does really well. Nirmal Singh was the man. He certainly saved 4 runs for his side and well applauded by all the fielders, and this is what you would always want. You want the fielders to back you up as a bowler. Suman Raj doesn't have the pace, but again, He's a tall man and relies mostly on his line and length. But in here, if Manjula would have been set, I promise you that would have been flying for a maximum, because that was a length meant to be hit. That was a length meant to go big. Another good effort there. So the fielding, definitely it's been superb for the Al Mulla exchange. The best part, as I keep repeating, this side or this Al Mulla exchange as a team, is gelled really well. The chemistry between the fielders or the players, in fact, look at the very good delivery right in the block hole. With that, we're done for the last delivery of the over number 7. 7 overs have been done. It's 54 for the loss of those 4 wickets. So 7 overs have been done, 54 for the loss of 4, and in comes, Nirmal Singh once again. He has those overs on a trot. Got them that wicket early on in the previous over. So far he's given away 11 runs in the 2 overs that he's bowled. And now on strike is Shiraz Khan and Manjula Prasanna at the non-striker's end. There is a fielder for that, so just going to be a single. And they will squeeze them for runs now. I would tell you that in the Al Mulla exchange, the projected score, if they go about the business as they are, they will end up with 112, which is not going to be enough. If you look at the batting side or the batting lineup of the Al Mulla exchange, nothing less than 130 would be important for the red and black. 130 also is something that will be coming easy. 140, 150 probably, because you're chasing 10 runs and over. And if you have a couple of good overs, let's say 3 or 4 good overs during the chase, the red and black might be able to manage that. It wouldn't go. Only a single there for Manjula. One of the finest fielders is Clinton Anto, also the keeper, but he's not done the gloves in this match. He's comfortable there at the long off position. Low full toss, and Shiraz has gone big. What a hit that was. Nirmal Singh just trying to bowl full, but give the low full toss away. And Shiraz Khan, the power that he possesses in those arms, has made sure that he gets a maximum out of it. So with that, it will help the red and black, because they will push their run rate up. And now with 62 on the board, they have, you would say, another 8 overs to come by post this one delivery to go. or 7 overs, beg your pardon. 7 more overs, which means 42 more deliveries to come by. So that is it. 8 overs have been done. It's 62 for the loss of 4. So into over number 9, 62 on the board for the loss of those 4 wickets. And there's Prasant, the Jay Prakash, who comes into the attack. And that has been a no ball. Yeah, so overstepping on the very first delivery and the very first over that he comes in for. Not a good one to start off, but it is going to be a free hit for Manjula Prasan. The opportunity for that big one. There goes on the onside. Straight towards the fielder. So the Al-Mulla exchange. This is now, we're coming towards, not coming towards, though we still have, that last 4 overs to come by. So this is the phase where they'll negotiate. The fielder does well. Certainly saved a couple of runs. Very, very well done. And that's the applause been given also by the keeper, because that surely could have been a boundary. And to make it worse, to make it good and worse for the red and black, he stopped even that single. Shiraz wasn't quite interested. This time they go for the single. So Prasad Jay Prakash, he gave a no ball. There was an opportunity for a free hit, but it was a dot delivery. So you can say he's compensated that really well. And post that as well, he's kept it good so far. Though 2 more deliveries still come by. That was in the slot for Manjula. And he smashes that away for a maximum, I believe. Yes. Or is it a... Yes, that's a maximum. So what a great shot from Manjula. It was right on the money. It was length offered by Jay Prakash. And he had to suffer for it. So the 4 deliveries were good. This is where Clinton Anto has been telling him, rightly so, that wasn't required. You wouldn't want to keep that ball in middle and leg. And that's wide. So the extras are filled in with the over. Started off with a boundary, now also a wide. So this over has so far gone for 10 runs. It's a good one for the red and black. It's only because of that 6 and one more. Can he go for a big? That's a wicket! What a comeback! After giving away runs, he was trying to hit that, the slot there, the block hole region, and he gets it perfectly this time. Prasant Jayaprakash, and Manjula having to walk back. The end of the 9 overs, it's 72 now for the loss of 5. Half the side for the red and black are back in the dugout. Now we have 6 more overs to go, 36 more deliveries to come. Can they get to 130? It's going to be a challenge because at this scenario they might end up with 120, but if they push up, the 6s and 4s to come in, probably they can get to 130 or even 140. 140 can be the ideal score that they will hope to get for. And a quick drinks break in the center as well as it's in the com box. Oh, that's a wicket. That's the first one. The first delivery of the over from Arun Anderson after being given that second over of his spell. And he picks up the big man, Shiraz. He had no idea with the ball that came in. He wasn't quite prepared and straight in the block hole. So again, 2 new batters will be out there in the crease. The last delivery of the previous over, Manjula had to go back. And the start of this delivery, it's Shiraz Khan who would have passed for 12 of 12 deliveries. So run a ball is what he gets. And with that now, situation for the red and blacks becoming critical because we are down to the last 4 men who are going to be there standing for the side. And hopefully they are able to get them that score of 130. So the Al Mullah Exchange winning the toss, having to bowl first, are so far enjoying the things that have gone. And Clint Oando also been giving, he is giving his share of advices to the bowlers as well as to the other players out there. Though Rajat Reji is definitely the captain, in command. Plays around the onside. So he's off the mark straight away with that. That's an interesting name. Ebmayon. If I pronounce that correctly. Let's call him Baby Koti because that's easy. The first name is really I don't want to be sounding wrong. Mayon is what I would like to think it's pronounced, but probably it might be different. But Baby Kuti is easy. So the two new batters, Rahul Ullanur and Baby Kuti. You can say the lower middle order or the start of the tail end for red and black. Arun Anderson in here. The first delivery of the over was with a wicket of the big man Shiraz Khan. And he's pumped up, definitely be pumped up, right arm round the wicket. This time it's a good length and well applauded by Clint Dovando, who's giving his guidance from the deep. So both the the experienced campaigners Rajit Reji and Clint Dovando are the men there with long off and at the deep extra cover region, because this is where you can pass on the advices easily to the bowler. Good one. That's a good delivery. He has a shy. Apologies, not meant to hit the batter, but had a shy at the stumps. Very good over so far. You can feel the pressure now in the batters of the red and black. And all of a sudden now, the projected score has dropped. It's dipped to 112. It was showing me 125. And that's the effect you have when you pick up wickets. There's only 2 runs so far in the over, down to the last delivery of the over number 10. And then, as I would say, we're coming towards the business end of the first innings where the batters have to go big. But right now, they want to get set in first. Wanted to go to Tokyo, but we'll go to Thane in India. So 10 overs done. It is 75 for the loss of 6. The last 5 overs, the crucial 5 overs, will now start. For the red and black. So 75 for the loss of 6. And of those 10 over, that's been a call as a wide. Not a great start once again for Prasanth Jayaprakash. In the previous over, he started off with a no ball. But in here, he starts off with a wide. Wanting to go away from the hitting arc of Baby Kuti. Went too early with the shot. It was a slow one from Prasanth. He's mixing things up really well. They have to get going. They have to get those big ones in now. Again, a slower, disguised. The length this time as well, surprising. Baby Kuti. The pressure on the batter will definitely make him make a mistake, and probably it might end up in him losing his wicket. Chance! Oh, there wasn't quite. Rajit Reji, chance! Again on strikers and run out opportunity missed. He went too early, I think. Throw could have been better from Rajit Reji. And pressure is peaking on the batters. They scrambled for that single because it was turning out to be a, sort of not a maiden because the wide came in though, but again the dot deliveries will definitely hit your confidence, and it was one for Baby Kuti. So Ibyamon is what I've been told is the pronunciation. Ibyamon. So Ibyamon, the non-strike is in, and Rahul Ullanur is the batter right now, and turning out to be a great over for Prasan Jayaprakash. We have one more delivery left to end that over number 11. So that's it, 11 done. It is 77 for the loss of 6. So 11 overs have been done at 77 for the loss of 6. Biamon plays that towards Clint Doanto. And that's just going to be a single down there. Again, they need those runs. Rahul Ullanur is going to be the man. Arun Anderson, meanwhile, gets his third over. He's got a wicket and 12 runs so far in those 2.1 overs that he's bowled. Right arm round the wicket. On the offside this time. That should be a boundary. This is what they wanted. This from a long time, red and black. And now this is what will make us, feel interested to watch those deliveries to come by ahead, because runs is what entices us. Ones and twos. Definitely fan of Test cricket, but not when you have 15 overs of play. Your mind is more accustomed to watch those, but here it was a wonderful delivery on the offside and also flying in the gap. So now Rahul Ullanur, definitely is showing some signs that he will go for those big hits. He's checking where the wind direction is and will play with the wind. They put Rajit Reji back in the deep now, at the deep extra cover region. That's a good one. Good comeback after conceding the boundary. The next delivery was spot on. I think that he's hurt, or is he okay? Hopefully he's okay, because that was another fantastic delivery. Hernandez wanting to come back well. That must have hurt that shin. Here he comes. It's on the onside. There is a fielder, so it should just be a single. And it will be looking for the second. Ebiamon, where is he running? It's Rahul Ullanur, beg your pardon, not Ebiamon. Or now both. Now you cannot recognize because one of them, had kept the pant slightly up so you could see or spot the difference. And the next difference, is that one isn't wearing. You can see the hand extension. Looking south, but the ball is north. With that, 12 overs done, 83 for the loss of 6. In spite of that boundary, it's been a good over because only 6 runs came out of it. So 3 more overs left, and now the projected score is telling us it's 103, probably 110 maximum, which again is not a good score for the red and black to end up with. So there is another over. Over number 13. And in comes, once again, Prasant Jayaprakash to continue. The previous over was good from his end. And he will look to continue that. And luckily, he didn't give away the extra, but this is a good shot in the gap. And the ball is running away towards the boundary region. That is been that boundary. And it is for Ibyamon, who gets that. He shuffled across on the offside. Also, Jayaprakash went wide, but he made the connection right, and that was towards the boundary region. So this will help them to propel the score up, because it is really very important to end up with as many runs as possible. Probably 120 if they can stretch it out. They don't have the luxury of having too many deliveries left. We only have 2 more overs to come by post this 4 deliveries. Up in the air, chance for the fielder, Rajat Reji underneath it, and he will take it. So that hope is short-lived. Prasant Jayaprakash will get that wicket, and Ibyamon will have to walk back. It was right up there, meant to be hit, but he only had the height, not the distance, and that is what the result is. Rajat Reji taking a wonderful catch to finish things off. So there we have the red and black, or 88 for the loss of those 7 wickets. Up in the air, is there another chance? No, it will fall short between those two fielders. So Riaz Manaf, who is the new batter in, again important. Not important because he'll have to make way for Rahul Ullanur probably to get that strike, because he's been out there for a long time. He has faced certain deliveries, so he might be the right candidate to go for those big hits. Though also Riaz Manaf can try. It's not that he cannot hit those big hits, but again the situation might not help his cause. So 13 overs have been done, and it is going to be 89 for the loss of those 7 wickets. So down here, that has been a good shot. So early up to start with, that is a boundary. Suman Raj to Riaz Manaf. A boundary comes in here. 93 for the loss of 7 is what the scoreboard moves on to. 106 is what is the score that's now showing that it will be the end, the final tally for the red and black. But Suman Raj, the man, the first up, he gives away that boundary. And hopefully, that he can manage to come back well in the next 5. Let us see how that happens though. That's wide. So to make it worse, after giving away the boundary, he gives away the extra. And this leak of runs will not help the Al Mulla exchange because they've been good. Tries to hit that on the onside, slap it technically. Riaz Manaf doesn't quite get that through. Playing across the line, if you're not in a good position, is not going to help. So there's good deliveries after conceding that boundary. And the wide, 2 good ones down there to Riaz Manaf, and on the previous occasion he manages to only get that single. Play and a miss. Suman Raj doing well, even though that he's given away a boundary. Seems like they'll only end up giving away 7 runs from the over. Though there's one more delivery left. So far it's been 6 runs. Probably if he gives another run it will be 7, but that we'll have to see. It could be more. Clint Anto has taken that catch in the deep. Yet another time you have the man, the safest fielder in the Al Mulla exchange at a very important region, Clint Anto, going towards its right. The ball was coming straight towards him and he made sure that it doesn't go for a 6, but it settles in his hand. So with that, 14 overs done. It is 95 for the loss of 8, down to the last over of the first innings. So there we have the last over that comes in here, and that has been settled there really by the keeper. Rajesh is gonna be, the bowler to come in here. Oh, he didn't quite bowl. That was to disguise the batter. Wanting to go on the on, but 2 dot deliveries. Riaz Manaf is the man. The pressure definitely on him because last 4, can they get to 110? Or how much are they ending up with? 110 would mean that 15 more runs have to come by. Oh, 3 good. There's been no run at all. The last over has been given to a bowler who comes in for the very first time, Rajesh Krishnan Kutti. And he's bowled 3 good deliveries. He gives a low full toss, but he isn't able, Riaz Manaf, to, put that away, and that has been taken easily in the end. So that was a dismissal, was high up. That should have gone for a big hit, but even though now that's a wicket, so it also effectively means that 4 dot deliveries have been bowled. My goodness. The red and black are in danger. If you end up getting less than 100 runs in the first innings, then the Al-Mullah exchange probably might see the way through. But mind you also that the red and black also have a very good bowling attack. So we are in for a challenge. We are in for the opportunity to see how things, will come by eventually. The fantastic visuals on Ben Creation. That is running away. Is it a bye? That is going to be runs. That is the run that comes in. A boundary that was really important to come by for them. And there it is. But that is 5 wides because it was really wide. And that will help now to get them to 100. Not the way they would have liked, the red and black. But again, runs are runs. 2 more deliveries left in the particular over. He bowled really well, Rajesh. Except that 5 wides that is now given away. Up in the air. And safe as you would want. Just a single. So 101 on the board. It's still not enough. As a score, it's not enough for the red and black. They'll have to, think really on the batting, the way they batted in the innings. Except Nimish and Sia Saif. The other batters really lacked, the ability in getting those runs. Calling for the second, should be getting that easily. Yes, that has been easy. So with that, it is going to be the end of the first innings for the red and black. They eventually end up with 103 on the board, courtesy because of those 5 wides. Otherwise, there would have been less than 100 runs to get. So the Al-Mullah exchange will be going happy, back in this break because what they wanted after winning the toss has eventually happened to stop the red and black from getting to a big score, 103 or 104 to win. They would have taken it very, very easily. So nonetheless, let's have a full review of the scorecard. Akhil, the batting first, red and black. Akhil Anikumar, Golden Duck, that he departed for. Saif, 9 of 7. Nimesh Latif, 20 of 18. Naveen Raj, 15 of 11. Shiraz Khan Sharif, 12 of 12. and Manjula Prasanna 9, Rahul 7, Abhiyaman 8, Riaz Manaf 6, Haris, Cherukar 2 runs, and Rhythmika just getting that single. For the bowlers of the Al Mulla Exchange, Rajit Reji picking up those 2 wickets, but being expensive, 10 runs and 20 runs, in fact, in those 2 overs. Arun Anderson, a wicket in his 3 overs, giving away 17 runs. His economy was the best in terms of not giving away too many. Nirmal Singh, also a wicket, but 19 runs in his 3 overs. And then Suman Raj, 2 wickets, 21 runs in his 3. The second best after Arun Raj with wickets as well. Prasad Jayaprakash, 2 wickets for 18 runs in his 3. And Rajesh Krishnakutty getting that 1 wicket and giving away those 7 runs end of that first over that he bowled. So that's it from the first innings, I would say. For the red and black, it is going to be a mounting task on the bowlers to defend that score. The Al Mulla Exchange are going back very happy. 104 is what they will want to get, and hopefully they can get there from their perspective. So we will see how the things change after this short break. So there we are. Welcome back for this run chase now for the Al-Mulla Exchange. They need 104 to win this match. And there we'll have Haris. It was out there, in the previous innings, and here we start with the run chase. And this first run's on the board for the Al-Mulla Exchange. But again, as I was speaking to the players and also to Benson, certainly, the score that the red and black would have anticipated is not quite been, enough. The bowlers, a lot of pressure, or the hopes now on the bowlers to kind of defend the score, and by doing that, or the way to do that is just picking up wickets. That is definitely a wide. So Vishal Kumar Rana and Rajesh Krishna Kutti, the two batters. Rajesh Krishna Kutti on strike. Haris Cherukar is now going to be the bowler. And they have no room also for the extras. That's played in the gap. The ball is running away. Fielder giving it a chase. I don't think he will get there, and that's the boundary. So that's the confident start for the Al-Mulla Exchange. It was a poor one from Haris Cherukar because he gave the ball away. The width was available. There was no one back in the deep on the offside, and you cannot bowl that to a left-hander. He just used the gap sensibly and getting himself that beautiful boundary. So 6 runs it is for the Al-Mulla Exchange. And the required run rate, as you would see, is around that 6.5, 7 run mark. That's the inside edge. Yes, that's been a wicket. Vishal, Rajesh, beg your pardon, Krishna Kutti having to walk back. And it's a delight on the faces of the red and black because Haris Cherukar has got them that wicket. He went for a boundary, yes, but then the very next delivery he gets them that much needed wicket. So for the Al-Mulla Exchange, they're going to have a new batter coming in. I don't think they will send Glenn Durant or anyone so early. They have a lot of batting to come. Even Rajit Reji, Suman Raj, all of these batters are really on fire. And in walks Mohammad Faris. So in walks Mohammad Faris, as I just mentioned, on strike right in the right-hander. Goes on the onside, fielder out there. That's going to be 2 and 2. Red and black are celebrating. Not a good shot for Mohammad Faris, to play. Yes, he definitely has a look. And for the Al-Mulla Exchange, is there going to be some excitement in the game? We just said that the score is not enough. But with 2 wickets gone by, probably the score might just seem to be enough. And more to add, Haris Cherukar will now be on a hat-trick, hat-trick delivery there. If he can get that 1 wicket. But for Mohammad Faris, not the way to start. Jackson Wilson, the keeper, is now going to be the man here at the number 4 position. Very early into the innings. So the Al-Mullah exchange, 2 wickets gone for 6 runs. There's 2 more deliveries left to end up in this particular over. Jackson Wilson on strike. Works around the offside. And that's just going to be a single that's available. So it's off the mark, stayed away. Jackson Wilson. Keeps it simple. And with that, it is going to be the end of that first over. 7 for the loss of 2 for the Al-Mullah exchange. The first over was done. 7 for the loss of 2 is what the score is. And in it for another exciting over. It's going to be Naveen Raj who has the ball in hand. Another talented bowler, talented all-rounder as I mentioned. That's the outside edge, that's gone. Jackson Wilson will also have to walk back. Naveen Raj gets the wicket, 3 wickets down now. All of a sudden for the Al-Mullah exchange, what's been happening? They were pretty confident there going into the break of having to chase down that score. But in here they're losing wickets. Jackson Wilson, another big name. 3 big names have gone. Oh my wonder, what a start for the red and black. And this is where I said the bowlers are going to be coming in on the top, because this is where they'll have to win the game for their side. And they are doing it right here. I think Clinton Anto is going to be the man coming in. First it was Rajesh, Krishna Kutti, then Mohammad Faris, and now Jackson Wilson. The 3 batters who have been the backbone of the Al-Mullah exchange top order are now back in the dugout. And then comes the all-important man, Clinton Anto, for the Al-Mullah exchange. If red and black manage to get his wicket, you will have a very, very good encounter between the two sides. So Clint Duando on strike. Naveen Raj is definitely going to create that pressure. Clinto sensibly respects the good ball, defends it. Low full toss on the onside. There's a fielder back in the deep. They want to go back for the second. That's good running between the wickets. Vishal Kumar Rana just faced 2 deliveries. Giving the ample support that Clint Dwanda would require in terms of that second that they decided to take. And this is what they will do now. Again, they don't need to go for those big hits. They want to stabilize the innings, and what better than just keep getting those ones and twos going for their side. And Clint Dwanda doing precisely that. Only a single this time around, and he's happy to be at the other end. Vishal shuffled across, wanting to have that angle on the onside, but wasn't quite successful. Nevin Raj doing well. And down to the last delivery of that over number 2. But it's not the first time that the Al-Mullah Exchange have been put in such kind of a situation. They've been in worse situations than this. They bat really deep right till the end. At one point, I'd seen them losing 5 wickets and chasing a score of 160. Not tennis ball cricket though, but the season ball, and they won that match with 2 overs to spare. So you can imagine that the grit that this side has. Nonetheless, 2 overs have been done. It's 10 for the loss of 3. So that's it. 2 overs have been done. It's 10 for the loss of those 3 wickets for the Al-Mullah Exchange. And in here we're going to have 13 more overs to come by. There's 94 required in those 13 overs, which is 94 of those 78 deliveries. Keeps it straight. He doesn't look to panic at all, Clint Dwanda. With such an ease, he takes that single. And Haris, the Cherukad, continuing this second over. He was good in the first. He picked up those 2 important wickets. And now looking to pick the wicket, though Clinton will not give him that easily. So he will definitely target, Vishal, forcing him to do some mistake and give his wicket away. Look at that. Has that been taken? Has that been taken? Contested at square leg. The umpire, the officiating is not quite convinced. Both the umpires having a discussion. And has that been given? Let us see. That has been given there. So he will have to walk back. Vishal Kumar Rana. That is some sort of a decision. He says that it hit the thigh, not the bat. But the umpire decided otherwise around. So that is it. So another wicket bites the dust. As I just said that he would target Vishal, and in fact Vishal gave away, honestly, the opportunity in trying to play that some sort of a weird hit, which he wasn't in any control and was not required, honestly, at this stage of the game, because they're just trying to build up the innings. He wanted to play that particular shot and end up losing his wicket. So there we are, another 4 wickets down for the Al-Mullah Exchange, and in walks, the captain, Rajit Reji. This partnership is all that will decide how they are going to get those 104 runs. If they lose a wicket, it could be all over. That's wide. He's not quite happy with that decision, Harish Cherukad. That has been contested. So it's been sent for a review. So that's a decision. Wide has been, given away. So surely the wide stays. The umpire was right. But the pressure definitely been building, on the Al-Mullah Exchange, in terms of those dots, in terms of those wides that are coming in, or those wickets, not wides. Wides will help them actually. They're going back for the second. That's easy running. It was a mutual decision to go back for the second, and the opportunity was there. They're going to be crisp and sharp in the field, red and black. Nimish, the captain, who's donned the gloves, is also doing his bit, in setting up those right fielders in those positions. Wanted to go for the switch. That's an appeal. They will appeal. Definitely, they will put the pressure on the umpire to give them the decision. So, end of that over number 3, it's 14 for the loss of 4. So here we are, end of those 3 overs. It's 14 for the loss of those 4 wickets. So Naveen Raj has been replaced, and Ridhmika Nimish is now going to be the man with the ball in hand. It's going to come left arm over the wicket. And that is a poor delivery to start up with. Ridhmika Nimish usually bowls spin, but he's choosing to bowl medium pace here, and he gives that away easy to Clint Anto. Middle and leg on a length, and that was easy pickings for a caliber that Clint Anto possesses. So boundary to start up the over with. Pressure will be on Ridhmika Nimish. Again, mind you, they don't have enough room for error, because the Almulla Exchange know exactly how much they need to get, so they will pace their innings accordingly. 104 is what they require. The required run rate, is around 7.5, which is easy. You see playing that on the onside. That's just that single. The smartest thing to do for Clinto, get the boundary, be the other end, he'll bat deep right till the end, because he wants to take his team home, and if he wants to do that, then he has to go for those boundaries. Has to carry right till the end. It was done well there by the fielder. It's coming towards him. So good over in spite of that boundary that came in. It's only been 5 runs as Rajat Reji faces those dot deliveries. Because it's been good. Good one for Ridhmika. 4 overs done, 19 for the loss of 4. So there we have the Al-Mullah exchange on 19 for the loss of 4 at the end of those 4 overs. So 85 runs will be required in the next 11 overs. The required rate of 8 runs an over. Clinto is out there for them. And that's the wide. So change in bowling also from the other end, which is the garden end, I would say. Harish Cherukar has been replaced. Place it on the onside. There's a fielder back there, so it's only a single that's available. The scoring official yet to update the name of that fielder, or name of the player who's bowling in. And it's the first time for me to see him. So that's Khalid Trivandrum. I hope that's a surname or not the place. Definitely that's a place. Trivandrum. So Khalid Trivandrum comes into the attack. Miscued shot on perfect control. But since the fielder wasn't quite able to... Oh, he's done well. He's brought the ball back inside. And that is going to be 3 runs, I would say. Was meant to go for the boundary. It was eventually put for. But they ran 3. So keeps it straight. With that, it's the end of the over number 5 for the Al-Mullah exchange. I beg your pardon, there's one more delivery to go. Because one of them was a wide, that's the reason. Yeah, Rajit Reji will keep the strike. So 5 done now. Or they go back for the second. So Clinto will get the strike. So 5 overs done is 25 for the loss of 4. So there we are, back again in here. $25 for the loss of 4. Rhythmic and Himish, will continue. And that's going to be Clinto Antos, the man on strike. We're all set and ready. Some refreshments out there, and it's required because right now, if you talk about the temperature, it's going to touch 35 or 40 degrees very soon. It's 30 degrees at the moment as we speak. Good one from Rhythmika, keeping it full. No chance for Clinton to come underneath the ball. And that is always what you would expect. Once again, a good delivery. And I'm liking that he switched from being that player who used to bowl the spin, but now to medium pace. Only a single available. Rajat Reji is playing it, I would say, very, very defensive at the moment. Strike rate is less than 60, whereas for Clinton it's run a ball. Or probably they are trying to see these overs through before they start their unleash of hitting those big hits, because Suman Raj also is to come. Nirmal Singh is also the player who will come in lower down the order. But it's Suman Raj, the man. There was a surprising delivery there for Clinton Anto. Very well executed by Rhythmika Nimish. What a quiet over this has been. I don't think Clinton will like these quiet overs. The previous one also was quiet. So the pressure is adding in. The required run rate now is going to touch 8.5. Well done in the field. Look at that frustration from Clinton. He wasn't quite able to pierce the gap. Rhythmika has one more delivery left to finish things off. Can he finish it? So that's it. What a great over this has been from Rhythmika Nimesh. 6 overs have been done. It's only given away 2 runs in the over. It's 27 for the loss of 4 for the Al-Mullah Exchange. That's up in the air. This is going to be taken. No, that's away from the fielder. So over number 7 in here. And Khalid Trivandrum to continue. But this time the ball has run away towards the boundary region because it was played wide of those fielders. And once the ball bounces, it races off quickly towards the boundary region. So not the way that Rajat Reji would have wanted to have those runs, but he will take it because now it's the time. They cannot let go of these overs. They have to get going. They have to get those runs if they have to win this match. So interesting times ahead, interesting matches to come, interesting phase of the match to come. But for the red and black, it's all about picking up wickets. It's not about stopping these two batters. It's not about having a 1 or 2 over squad. It's about those wickets. And the fielders are on their toes. The bowler as well is right on his toes, searching for any opportunity to pick up a wicket. Quick single chance though. There's a backup. The backup was far away. It wasn't required. Clinton rejects the second, which is a sensible move. We see everything happening in the center. Wasn't quite happy there with that short effort. Clinto. Just that single that came in for him. Oh, that's played well down the ground. And the fielder messing it up. Opportunity for them to go back for the second. It was Regi's call. And Clinto going back for the second as well. So everything's happening because of the pressure that the MULLA Exchange have. They are trying to scramble for whatever that's available. This over has been good for them. And they have one more delivery left to go by. Certainly feeling that Regi definitely he bowled a couple of overs, then was fielding the first 15 overs, and now with the bat in hand early on in the innings was the opportunity that arose for him. It's definitely super hot. And as we go about, we're going to start off the matches from next week really early. So that's a dot delivery to finish things up with. 6 overs done. It's 35 for the loss. 7 overs, beg your pardon, done. It's 35 for the loss of 4. So there we are, into that over number 8. Potentially, you could say that the second half of the second innings is going to start soon. Rhythmic Animesh to continue. Clinto walks at easily on the offside. Just get him a single. More than a single, that's important for the strike to be kept in rotation. They cannot afford to waste those dot deliveries because this is where the key is. If you have those dot deliveries coming by for you, then things look tough. Advance down the track, wanted to go for the hit on the offside because there's a big gap between cover and deep extra cover. But potentially they are happy for just a single. It's not quite happy. Nimesh Latif, there wasn't the second that was available, but then that second came in because of the misfield that happened in the deep, and straight away, the fielder has been replaced. Every run is crucial for red and black. And the MULLA action will spot any opportunity to go back for the second. And this is what I say, that the two things that the red and black couldn't afford anything at all. One is the extras to come in, and the second is misfields. Two good deliveries from Rhythmik and Nimesh. 2 dot, which means the pressure then comes in on the Al-Mullah exchange. Switch it. Oh, my wonder. Wanting to have that attempt. Lucky for him that he, prevented the ball from going on to hit the wickets. And now with those 3 dots, even Clinton Anto looking a bit worried about this over. Because every over that they miss, they have to compensate that in the next over that comes by. He gets the opportunity, he makes the compensation for everything that he missed with a maximum. What a shot! That is beautiful from Rajit Reggie. They finish up getting 9 runs from this over. So 8 overs have been done. It's 44 for the loss of those 4 wickets. It was set up, the short delivery from Rhythmik. I thought that he could surprise the batter, but he couldn't quite. And Rhythmik and Nimesh went for that big hit. So red and black, 103 for the loss of 9 in this 15 overs. And in reply, 44 for the loss of 4, end of 8. And that's the extra. They cannot afford those extras, as we know. 60 more runs in the next 42, which means eventually the required run rate is 8.57. It was a good thing for Rajit Reji to end up that previous over with a 6. And as we speak, Manjula Prasanna comes into the attack. Starting off with that wide. Clinton being cheeky, gets the boundary. This is what they need. And this is what they get. A typical Clinton for you. Spotted the opportunity and making sure that he gets a lot out of it. In as safe as you like. Pressure will be on Manjula now because of conceding that boundary on the very first delivery. It's always good for the Al-Mullah exchange in this run chase because they know what they need. They know how much they need and when they will need it. So they are just going with the flow, no real excitement or a hurry. So there you go, and once on the track, trying to be aggressive, but he couldn't quite connect. Low full toss. He works it there, but there's a fielder back in the deep, so it's only going to be. Oh, and it's not going to be a single. That's a misfield. That's going to be a boundary. Look at that reaction from Nimish. If it could have been, because I saw it straight. I'm close to Nimish and I could see the disgustment on his face because that should have just been a single. He had that shot on the onside. Clinto Anto and the fielder there messing stuff up because now the over looks big. That boundary has helped Clinto Anto to compensate for those runs which didn't come in those previous overs, and you cannot give a batter like Clinto Anto the confidence and the power. There's still 2 more deliveries left. And it's already, you would say, 9 runs from the over. Let's go and switch it to the reverse, whatever you call it. And that's a maximum to make things worse for the red and black. Manjula Prasanna has let go of every pressure that was built in from the bowler so far. He stood up tall, had that reverse hit and went big with that shot. Clinto Anto, what a big hit. Making this over go for 15 runs, and he still has 1 more delivery left, I would say. He moves on 27 or 21, Clinto. And Reggie, 22 of 22, run a ball. So there we have, 1 more delivery left to end up with, the end of those 9 overs. Is 59 already on the board. We had a quick drinks break, and that will be more often than not be required because of the amount of heat that we are now facing in. We are stepping into the official summer season in Kuwait. So there we are, back in action after that quick drinks break as the ball went out of the boundary line. So does that break now help Clint Anto, or it spoils the flow that he was in? Because there's been 2 boundaries and a 6 in the over. Are we all good? Yes, looks like things are okay to start with. They're claiming for a catch. The umpire doesn't feel it. Nimesh is asking for it. They will have a discussion. What are they going to discuss about? It's going to be too difficult to judge. Clinton is confident of it not being given as a wicket. Decision has been pending, or is the review? I think that's not been given as a wicket. It feels like they're still having a check. So it's all good and steady. That's been okay. So nothing to be given. Clinton will survive. And with that, we have had the end of that over number 9. It's 59 for the loss of 4. There we are, back in action. Over number 9 has been done. It's 59 for the loss of 4 wickets. Down to the last 6 overs of the match, where 45 runs are required in the next 36 deliveries, with a required run rate of 7.5 every over. They are definitely, taking the time in because it's not too easy, but we will be ready for it. Rajat Reggie on strike. That's played well. There's a fielder back there. Should just get it off. He does. And it's only a single to take, which means eventually we'll put Clinton back on strike. There's these are passionate players. Every run matters for both the side. It can be different between winning and losing. And they've had certain misfields there, red and black, which they have allowed the MULLA Exchange to get through those runs. Poor delivery altogether from Sayyaf, but he couldn't quite pull that away. Clinton, otherwise, if Clinton is his usual self, that would have been a wonderful boundary. Was there the outside edge? Looks like there was. A reaction from the bowler tells us that there was one. So that is a miss from Nimish Latif. Oh my goodness. That could have been a big wicket that they were searching for, because they have to break this partnership. And the reaction from everyone tells you that how costly that miss is. Let's see whether Rajit will use the opportunity in getting more runs, or will he perish? Switch hit. Does well the fielder. He's played that well. There's a fielder back there. One bounce, a couple of bounces. Oh, he's messed up. He's messed up that. That's a boundary. This is not what you would want to have. Couple of bounces there. And that is gone towards the boundary region. He's unhappy, Nimish, completely. The second time that the fielders have messed up, because it's turning out to be a quiet over with those dot deliveries to Rajit Reji, just 2 runs before that. And with that boundary, it makes it 6 from the over, with one more delivery to go by. I was expecting the ball to go to the boundary, because the way he was being confused about it. He has a chance again. Again, he isn't able to stop the ball. So 2 back-to-back boundaries for Rajit Reji, compensating the complete over. And 10 overs are done at 69 on the board for the loss of those 4 wickets. So the catch that was dropped turned out to be too costly, because 8 runs came immediately after it. So 5 more overs left, 30 more deliveries to come, and 35 more runs required for the Al-Mullah exchange. So there goes Clint to add to the very first delivery of the over. That's been a boundary. So the last 3 overs have got the Al-Mullah exchange 12 runs. And this is where now they're going to start off with a position of strength, because the scoreboard tells us at 73 in 10.1 overs. And Navin Raj is the bowler who comes into the attack, but he's been greeted with a wonderful boundary. So a good setup to the over. And the required run rate is 6.4, which is easy. So let us see how the action goes. This one was a, what you would say, a let go. It wants it on the track. This time it's a boundary. Another one coming in. So now they have started off. They have started off with their effort now to get those runs in some pace. And what a partnership this is. What a partnership together. My wonder. So 2 boundaries in this over, which eventually means that 8 runs have come in, and still we are 3 more deliveries to go by. The red and black are feeling the pressure. Again a poor one from Naveen Raj. It's easy pickings for Clint Oanto, and that is a 6. My goodness, 14 runs from this over. It's just a piece of cake now for the likes of the Al-Mullah Exchange. 83 for the loss of 4. Two more deliveries. And now the required run rate has dropped to less than 5, which is 21 runs remaining in the next 26 deliveries. I don't think they're waiting for these 26 deliveries to come by. They'll finish it off with an over or 2 to spare. The misfield has really costed them this. Nimesh is definitely having a word but from this position, the Al-Mullah Exchange cannot lose. And especially that you have Suman Raj, who's another talented batter waiting to come in. And the other batters around them, because 6 wickets in hand. It should be easy. So there we are back in action. We've retrieved the ball there, which was missing, and now Naveen Raj under pressure right and round the wicket. Switch it. Doesn't quite be successful, but Clint Oanto is reaching towards his half century. Very a sensible innings that he's been playing here. He started off, stabilizing the innings because the wickets were going on from the other end. So he made sure that he ticks the ball here and there, was tracking at 100. And then once they are in a comfortable position, he started off up in the air. The fielder coming underneath it. He might not take it. He drops it. Nothing has been going right. They should have taken this catch. But that's been the story for the red and black. First with the bat, with the ball they were good, up until the 6 or 7 overs they were really good, but then things are slipping away from their hands. And now you can see 83 for the loss of those 4 wickets. So 11 done, 84 for the loss of 4. So 11 overs done. There's Rajit Clint Oanto once again in the action. What a picture perfect shot that is. The very first delivery of the over. And he's hammered that one away. My goodness, they're reaching now there. The 90 on the board. Just 13 more runs required to win this match. Or 14, beg your pardon, to win this match. Beautiful, beautiful. It's very strong. Khalid Trivandrum coming in again. And he starts off giving away the extra. Switch hit, full toss, and that is another big hit. He completes his half century as well in style. What a beautiful hit. I think that's a 6 as well. But doesn't matter what it is, because that are two back-to-back sixes. So half century in style there, 55 of 31, 5 boundaries, 4 sixes. This match is done, 8 more runs required. Probably this over is the one that things will get over with. The momentum suddenly shifted in the favour of the Al Mulla exchange of the drop catch of Rajit Reji. Those 2 boundaries were enough. And in here, Naveen Raj, can he stop it? He does. He's a good fielder. You can see the shoulders have dropped. They know it because 8 in 22. In no way can Al Mulla exchange lose. But the last 10 deliveries were deciding. Down the leg side, and that's wide. What a partnership they've stitched together. Rajit Reji is 31 now. Is that gone big enough? There's a fielder back there. He will take it, but that's too late. That's too late for a wicket to go. When the match is done, you take wickets, doesn't count. So 98 for the loss of 4 wickets. It's just a matter of a 6 to come in if Clint Duando or Suman Raj comes in, so he can also finish off this match. It's going to be also easy for him. What a sad loss. We thought it was going to be an exciting encounter between these two teams, with the wickets going by. But then this partnership kept going. Is an appealing? There isn't one. It's sent for a review though. How can you judge whether there's an edge or no? They have called though for a review. So they're still discussing that, and eventually that's not been given as a wicket, though there was an appeal. So 98 for the loss of 5, and there we have with that. We come towards the end of the over. 12 overs have been done. Only 6 runs are required now in the next 18 or the next 3 overs. And Clint Duanto will be the man on strike, and probably he would want to finish it off with a 6. So there we are. Clint Duanto, has he gone for a 6? Looks like he has. And with that, it is going to know that's been, the end of the match. What a way to finish things up. I thought for a moment that could have been a boundary, but then that was confirmed as a 6. So with it, the Al Mulla Exchange win. With, you would say, a handsome effort there altogether. My goodness. What a match. And in the end, it's all it for the Al Mulla Exchange. The red and black will have to lament the fielding effort completely, because a couple of times they gave those opportunities away, which eventually they couldn't quite make it. So yeah, the red and black, a couple of missed fields, definitely had a word with a couple of them that could have been the decider of the game. But the Al Mulla Exchange, honestly, once that catch was dropped from Nimish Latif, everything turned, and Clint Duanto, his usual self, finishing match completely. So I have, besides alongside me, Mr. Chepi, who definitely like to say some words about the tournament and about the victory that the Al Mulla Exchange have. Over to you, Mr. Chepi.
Hi, congratulations अलमुल्ला टीम अलमुल्ला हार्ड लक रडाम ब्लैक अभी मैं इधर आया क्यों मेरा साथ है हसन CK7 सबको पहचानते हैं उसको इसका शादी है ये महीना 30 तारीख को ओके इसके लिए थोड़ा इसको बात करके दिएगा सर को
Hi all, congratulations अलमुल्ला हार्ड लक रडाम ब्लैक इंशाल्लाह मैं മലയാളം में बात करेगा എൻ്റെ കല്യാണമാണ് ഈ വരുന്ന മെയ് 30-ാം തീയതി അസർക്ക് ശേഷം കാനത്ത് അപ്പം കുവൈത്ത് ക്രിക്കറ്റിലെ എല്ലാവരും എന്തായാലും നിർബന്ധമായും പങ്കെടുക്കുക നാട്ടിൽ ആർക്കെങ്കിലും ലൊക്കേഷൻ വേണമെങ്കിൽ എന്നെ പേഴ്സണലായിട്ട് ബന്ധപ്പെടാം അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ചെപ്പി നമ്പർ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ചെപ്പിനോട് ചോദിക്കാം इंशाल्लाह मैं हिंदी से बात करेगा मेरा शादी है इंशाल्लाह मई 31st इंशाल्लाह कोई भी इंडिया से है तो मेरा घर में आओ इंशाल्लाह मई 30 को सो कोई भी तो लोकेशन चाहिए तो मेरे को मेरा नंबर में मैसेज करो नहीं है तो चप्पी का नंबर में मैसेज करो इंशाल्लाह प्लीज़ इंक्लूड योर ऑल दुआ इंशाल्लाह थैंक यू सो मच
So welcome back, viewers, for the presentation ceremony. Many congratulations for the Al-Mullah Exchange, after winning the match and beating the red and black square and fair. So on behalf of the Black Storm TPL committee, I warmly welcome all our respected guests, sponsors, team owners, captains, players, supporters and cricket lovers to the grand final of the TPL Ramadan Cup 2026. Today marks the conclusion of an incredible journey that began with passion, dedication, and a shared love for cricket. Over the past weeks, we have witnessed outstanding performances, thrilling matches, and unforgettable moments. This tournament has not only been about winning and losing, it has been about sportsmanship, which we saw today, friendship between the two teams, and bringing our cricket community together. We cannot forget, without the special thanks, we would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our title sponsor, the Al-Mullah Exchange, for their generous support and commitment to the community of sports. And also a sincere thank you to all the sponsors, partners and supporters who made this tournament possible. Yeah, we also thank the umpires, definitely, BENCREATIONS, and thanking myself as well for being the commentator for this very important final. So, so the Al-Mullah Exchange really won black and square, and over to the committee to tell the man of the match, the player of the match, and all the beautiful awards that you will see here. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Best bowler, starting with the best bowler, best batsman. Starting. Other final man of the match start university. Final man. Starting final man of the match കൊടുക്കാം നമുക്ക് അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ബെസ്റ്റ് ബാറ്റ്സ്മാൻ ബോളറെ കൊടുത്താൽ പോരെ ഓക്കെ അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ഫൈനൽ മാൻ ഓഫ് ദ മാച്ചിനെ വെച്ച് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യാം കേട്ടോ അൽമുള്ളയും റെഡ് ആൻഡ് ബ്ലാക്കും തമ്മിലുള്ള ഫൈനൽ പോരാട്ടത്തിൽ രജിത് രജി ഫൈനൽ മാൻ ഓഫ് ദ മാച്ച് ആസിഫ് കൊടുത്തോ ഫൈനൽ മാൻ ഓഫ് ദ മാച്ച് ഗോസ് ടു രജിത് രജി എത്ര എടുത്തു Best batsman starting from the 5. Clindo. 5. Number starting now. 5 alla. 5. Fifth batsman Clindo. Fourth batsman Binil. Binil Red Warriors. Shahrukh. Second batsman Rahul Ullanur. Rahul. And best batsman goes to Ansel. Anselന് വേണ്ടിട്ട് ആരെങ്കിലും വാങ്ങുന്നുണ്ടോ അൻസലിനാണ് best batsman goes to Ansel. And top 5 bowler. Fifth bowler. Fifth bowler. Nirmal Singh. Fifth position Nirmal Singh. Fourth goes to Suman Raj. Third Renji Alakat. Renji. Second position, Prashant Jaykumar. Jayaprakash. And top best bowler, FFC Kuwait, Mehboob Ali. Mehboob Ali. Umar Ali, wah. And the special awards. Most dot balls goes to Prashant Jaykumar. Jayaprakash, 42 dot balls. Jayna wah. 42 dot balls. Most 6 goes to Vishal Al-Mulla. 13-6. കൊടുക്കാസി അത് കൊടുത്തറ വാരി വാടാ വന്നോ രണ്ടുപേരും വന്നോ സെഞ്ചുറി മോസ്റ്റ് സെഞ്ചുറി വിശാൽ കുമാർ ഫ്രം ആൽമുള്ള എക്സ്ചേഞ്ച്. And special award best catch goes to Shiraz Ghat for an amazing diving catch. Da kudukaralle Asifa. Best wicket keeper Nimish Latif. Asif കൊടുക്ക്. Best fielder goes to Ansel. Ansel ല്ല. Fair play award goes to team champions. Fair play award goes to team champions. Champions ആരെന്നുണ്ടാ? Fair play award goes to champions. Okay. And the final awards. Runners. Team Red and Black. Captain. Yes. Nimish. Chada. JB. Runners goes to Red and Black.
എല്ലാവർക്കും നമസ്കാരം. എന്തായാലും വളരെ കുറച്ച് ടീമുകൾ പങ്കെടുത്താണെങ്കിലും വലിയ എന്താ പറയുക ബാനോ റെസ്ട്രിക്ഷനോ ഒന്നുമില്ലാത്ത ഒരു നല്ല ടൂർണമെൻറ്റ് വളരെ മനോഹരമായിട്ട് ഇവർ കോർഡിനേറ്റ് ചെയ്തു. അത് നല്ല രീതിയിൽ അവസാനിപ്പിക്കുകയും ചെയ്തു. എന്തായാലും കുവൈറ്റിൽ അത്യാവശ്യം നല്ലൊരു ടീം തന്നെ അത് കപ്പടിക്കുകയും ചെയ്തു. അൽമുല്ല എന്തായാലും കൺഗ്രാറ്റ്സ്. അതുപോലെ റെഡ് ആൻഡ് ബ്ലാക്ക് ഞാൻ എന്നെ തന്നെ കൺഗ്രാറ്റ്സ്. അതെ, നല്ല അമ്പയറിങ് ഉടനീളം നല്ല റിവ്യൂ സിസ്റ്റം അങ്ങനെ എടുത്തു പറയേണ്ട കുറേ കാര്യങ്ങളുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. എന്തായാലും ഇവരുടെ കോർഡിനേഷൻ അടിപൊളി, സൂപ്പർ, നന്നായിരിക്കുന്നു. ഓക്കെ ജെബിൻ.
And the champions of the TPL Ramadan Al-Mulla Exchange. And the trophy is given by Sulubai. Yes. Why? Please.
എല്ലാവർക്കും ഒരുപാട് നന്ദി ഇതിന് സഹകരിച്ചതിന്. നല്ലൊരു ടൂർണമെൻ്റ് ആയിരുന്നു. ഫൈനലെത്താൻ പറ്റിയതിൽ ഒരുപാട് സന്തോഷം. ഇവിടെ റണ്ണറപ്പ് റെഡ് ആൻഡ് ബ്ലാക്ക് ടീമിൻ്റെ അഭിനന്ദനങ്ങൾ. എല്ലാവർക്കും ഒരുപാട് താങ്ക്സ്.
Okay, thank you for the support. Thank you for the support, all the team. And thank you BENCREATION for creating wonderful.